them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gon' have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Hey everyone, good to see you on this wonderful, great Thursday evening. I hope you are having a great day. Hey Dee, missed you. Good to see you. Darlene, Tracy, baby brother, Susan, Bip Bop, all of y'all. Priscilla, Gator Girl. Don't want to miss nobody. Devi. Thank you all for being here. Love each and every one of you. So, hope everyone's had a great day. Pray for the ones that's in the storms. I heard that there was some pretty bad weather again. So keep everyone in your prayers, all of our chat family, because we are across the country in different states. So keep everyone in your prayers over the weather, please. For me. And remember Betty and Steve, Dee, Goldie, and Dee's dad in your prayers. Teacup, Bonnie, and both Cindy's. Santa, Jared, and Julius. Chris, Carrie for healing. Gator Girl that soon she will have her place and be happy. Happy, happy, happy. We want Gator Girl happy. She deserves it. And for Tina B, because loss is something you don't never get over with. There's always that something that will remind you of someone that you love. And keep my dad in your prayers. Yeah, keep my dad in your prayers, if you will. And everyone that I mentioned and more, keep our whole chat family in your prayers. Oh, the surgery is April the 30th. So everybody remember D in your prayers for his surgery. It's on your knee, isn't it, D? If I'm not mistaken. Your knee? I'm having one of those moments. I believe I seen where you said it was your knee. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you, Dee. We'll be praying for you. And I'll get our littlest prayer warrior on that too. Because she prays for each and every one of y'all every night. She's got a list of all of your names, and she calls them out every single night. So y'all are always being prayed for. Okay. Let me see. I don't have much news because I've been working on a little bit of something. And then there really wasn't anything other than Pam Bondi being removed, I guess you would call it. They're kind of being quiet about it, but here's what I found on that. I named it By Pam because to me, I'm going to get some hate for this, but I didn't think she done a good job. She wasn't. She was like going after the little fish and not the big fish in my eyes, and we need the big ones caught and held accountable. So here's a little bit on that. And don't hate me for that comment. I still love y'all if y'all do hate on me, but I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel. I didn't like her, and I didn't like Marjorie Green. I didn't like her either, to tell you the truth. But we can agree to disagree. That's my rule. So here we are about Pam.
Kaylee, I just got off the phone with President Trump. We have a big scoop. Pam Bondi will soon leave her job as the Attorney General. She is going to get a different job within the administration. It doesn't sound like there is any bad blood between her and President Trump, but it does seem like they want her to go and do something else. And in an interim role, she will be replaced by Todd Blanche, who is currently her deputy at the Justice Department. So it doesn't sound like Blanche is being elevated long-term to the Attorney General. There might be somebody else that the president wants to go in there. But
hey, Cindy,
President Trump soon will announce to the entire world that it is the end of Pam Bondi's time as the Attorney General. He still thinks that she is a great person and that she did a good job. And he still wants her in the fold because she will still be an important part of the administration, he tells me. But no longer as the top law enforcement officer of the United States. That, at least for a little while, is going to be Todd Blanche.
Ducey,
Heard it here first.
That's rather big news, and I'm sure you don't have the answer to this, but there have been some rumored names to replace her. Did you happen to catch that?
So far, Todd Blanche.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'd be remiss if we didn't ask. Okay. Thank you so much, Peter. Laura, we're both from Florida, and Pam Bondi is an amazing attorney general, was an amazing attorney general in Florida, and I know her services are greatly appreciated. The state of Florida loves her, as does the entirety of the Trump administration.
Absolutely, and she's done an incredible job. I mean, this is a very tough job to come in and be Attorney General of the United States. I give her a lot of credit for what she's been able to do. There was a lot of pressure surrounding a whole host of different things coming into, the president's second term in office, and I think she's been great. You know, she's cracked down on crime. She's done an incredible job, in this role, and yeah, we love her in Florida, and I think the United States owes her a debt of gratitude. I know the president would echo those sentiments.
Yes, well, as we just heard, Todd Blanche stepping in temporarily. We await to see if he gets the top job or if some of the other rumored names indeed get that. Breaking news here on Outnumbered.
Absolutely.
Now on to America Report.
Other than catching the little fish. Oh, maybe since she was so great in Florida, maybe she will, find something she wants to do there. Well, I'm happy about it because she wasn't, everybody has their opinion, but to me, she wasn't doing what she had promised she would do. She would go and, she done got some arrests, but they was all little, like I said, little fish. She didn't ever go after the big problems we have in the government, but maybe changes was need to be, I guess. I don't know. I'm rambling. Okay. Next. I'm going to play this Baby Trump because I got two. I'm going to play this one because I was going to play it last night, but I don't know. Overlooked it, I guess. But this one is about Baby Trump talking about the No Kings protest. And then we got Johnny going to a No Kings protest. So here we go with Baby Trump first.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I was very concerned over the weekend about this No Kings protest. I thought someone was trying to take my place. But thanks to all the radical morons marching in the street like the disgusting street workers they are, I am happy to announce that I am still their president.
Huh? No Kings protest? I thought it was a no kids protest, because we Democrats don't like kids very much.
Joe, what the hell is on your very dumb head?
Oh, you like my hat, man? It's a fool's hat. It's April 1st. That's Let's Be Fool's Day.
Yeah, Lil Trumpy. That's why we scheduled our protest near the 1st, so we could act a fool and nobody could say nothing about it, because we have been unburdened of reality.
It's not Let's All Be Fool's Day, you lunatics. It's April Fool's Day, okay? If there was ever a holiday made for Democrats, this is it. You people are just so deranged.
I find that highly offensive and outrageous. We Democrats are very normal and stable people. We have lots of degrees and are very educated. Everybody says so.
Look here, Bernie, you may have degrees, okay? But you have no common sense. There is nothing smart about your party. Half of your radical maniac voters don't even know if they are a boy or a girl. They think they are a toaster or something. It's not good.
Look how cute he is.
Hey, man, I found one for you.
Oh, wonderful. Now he's pulling toasters out of his very disgusting diaper like a maniac. This is what I'm talking about, Bernie. Your party is full of really low IQ people who all have the same nose ring and bad haircut.
Hey, man, why is that?
Oh, I can answer that, Joe. It's because the nose thing is the shape of a circle, okay? And it represents
Lord.
the never-ending circular
Get ready
journey
to lose a
of
few
becoming a
brain cells.
Democrat and endlessly being unburdened of having only one gender.
Kamala, nobody ever understands what you're talking about, so just drink your wine and keep quiet, okay?
Good luck with that, man. I tried to get her to stop talking for 4 years. We never knew what she was going on about.
The whole point, Joe, is that April Fool's Day isn't supposed to be about Democrats being fools and complaining about King Trumpy. They do that every day anyways. No, it's supposed to be about practical jokes between friends, okay? Like when I tell you I think you were a great president, Joe.
Oh, boy, that's groovy, man.
Joe, I was making an April Fool's Day joke. You were obviously the worst president we've ever had. You and Barack Hussein bin Laden.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh. Oh. Oh, come on, man. Okay. Let me see. Now, let's hear Johnny talk about No Kings. What he seen when he went. Oh, I do too, Tracy. Okay. Here's Johnny.
No Kings hit Manhattan this weekend, so we sent our very own Prince to infiltrate the rally.
No Kings Day!
No freaking Kings!
No Kings in the USA!
No Kings Day! Woo!
Yeah!
No Kings Day!
What are we gonna do to the king?
We're gonna shut him down.
How are we gonna shut him down?
Impeachment.
If there's impeachment, that means there's a Congress and Donald Trump can't be a king.
Right.
Right. Why is Donald Trump a king?
Because he's nuts.
He smells funny.
For real?
Is that a question?
Because he has repeatedly overused his.
He's trying to abuse this world and try to make this place all about him.
Why are you asking me this? You know the answer.
What's the answer?
You know it.
What is it?
You know the answer.
So many people showed up.
Imagine if they showed up like this for Kamala.
People showed up for Kamala.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
What is one action that Donald Trump took that is impossible to do under the Constitution, but he did it anyway?
I can't name specific laws, I'm sorry.
I lost a lot of thought on that.
You're a reporter, so why don't you do your homework? Don't ask me.
Went to war.
Legally, he could do that.
He can? Oh.
Putting ice in our cities.
Legally, he could put ice in cities.
Hey, Carrie, good to see you.
Legally.
Rename the Kennedy Center.
Which amendment under the Constitution is he prohibited to renaming the Kennedy Center?
I refer you to the New York Times 2 days ago. They had a list of 30 items.
And you read it?
I read it, absolutely.
So what is one thing from that list?
One thing from that list is I'm blanking.
I did not fully read it. I've got it. I've read excerpts.
He's trying to run again.
If he's trying to run again, why'd he leave office the first time?
Because he got voted out.
So why won't he leave office now when he's term limited?
Because he's a fascist, that's why. Did you not hear what I said?
But he left the first?
Fascist.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay.
What's going to happen in the midterms?
This is what's going to happen in the midterms.
But I thought Donald Trump was a king, so there wouldn't be any elections.
Don't be so cavalier about that. You're taking this as a joke. It's not. This is you. I don't think you know how serious it is.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
If he was acting like a king, he'd probably try to jail his political opponents.
Of course he has.
Oh my God, wait. I think Joe Biden might be a king. Who do you want to win the U.S.-Iran war?
Honestly, I can't say who.
You don't want the United States to win?
Not with Trump.
The U.S. is bombing Iran for no reason. I am rooting for the United States to just stop.
So you're not rooting for the United States?
Correct.
Are you happy the Ayatollah's dead?
No. I'm not happy that anyone's dead.
Trump took out the Ayatollah. He took out Maduro. He seems to be the king slayer. You got to give him credit.
How can you ask that question?
I don't know. I heard he loves strong men.
Do you love strong men?
Well, maybe George Clooney.
Yeah, I'd be shaken if I saw him.
We are the families.
Climate families.
Climate families.
Do you know who I am?
Well, you a king?
Here's Johnny.
All right.
More prime time straight ahead.
Oh, Johnny. He's good. He got the Democrats to talk before. He's good. He even infiltrated the no kings. Oh Lord. I'd get thrown out on my ears. I showed up at one of those. They would be able to spot me a mile away. Okay, Priscilla. That's okay. Love you. Okay, let me see. Let's do the other. Yeah, we got time. The other Trump video. And that should be pushing us about 2 minutes left. Okay. 6 minutes, everyone. Here we go with Trump telling Biden about his address last night that we heard.
Okay, Joe. So last night I gave a address to the nation. Did you happen to see it?
Nah. It was after 5 o'clock, so I was taking a little Joey snooze. What all happened, man?
Well, Joe, it was a update on Operation Epic Fury. So I started off doing my best to try and be nice to all the great Americans watching.
My fellow Americans, great MAGA Republican patriots, and even baby Trump deranged radical lunatic Democrats, thank you for being here. I wanted to give everyone an update on Operation Epic Fury, okay? Which is a great name for an operation, everybody says so, which I chose because I'm a smart guy.
Well, that's groovy, man.
It was very groovy, Joe. Then I spoke about all our military success.
Our military, which is the most powerful military the world has ever seen, nobody's ever seen anything like it, is absolutely obliterating Iran's. They don't know what the hell is going on.
Me too, Priscilla.
Our very impressive and good-looking War Secretary, Petey, is smacking them around like Michelle Obama when Barack told her she couldn't have a fifth house.
Oh, this is outrageous. He's making us look like fools on the interweb again.
And I tried to talk about peace and that hopefully we can make a deal with them.
I don't need a deal, okay? We have destroyed their Navy. It's gone. Their Air Force is annihilated. And their missile launchers have been blown to pieces like their leaders. These little wackos have been UJ holes for 47 years. And I think it's very fitting that the 47th president fixed the problem. So they are the ones begging me for a deal.
What? Who said we wanted a deal? I never did.
Supreme Leader, I told them we did.
Oh, you stupid, ugly baby, I kill you.
So maybe we'll make a deal, and maybe not. Maybe I'll just have Petey blow up their oil fields and electric generating plants, and they can go back to the Stone Age where they belong.
Oh, we take deal.
Well, that all seems like it will work out. What else happened?
Well, our gas prices have been getting a little higher, so I tried to ease their worries about that.
I know a lot of you are worried about the recent increase in gas prices, and I know they are high, but they're not as high as Hunter Biden, okay? So things could be worse, and they are going to come down very quickly as soon as we are done in Iran.
Hey, man, if people are having trouble getting gas, You should have told them to eat some Taco Bell. It always loads me up. Jill makes me sleep outside with the dogs. Of course, then her boyfriend comes over.
It's not that kind of gas, you lunatic. It's the kind for cars, okay? And we're not talking about your horrible marriage and your disgusting Taco Bell farts. We are talking about my great speech.
Also, we have some cowardly allies who didn't want to help us, so we're not helping them anymore. I'm talking to you, Starmer, and your ridiculous first name.
Oh, Beans. Majesty, he's shouting at me again. What should I do?
Well, Starmer, you could try growing a spine.
So in closing, we have outmatched their military in every way, decimated the Navy, Air Force, and the leadership, and we'll be completing all our objectives in the next few weeks. If they make a deal, it will go much easier for them. If not, Petey will make them wish that they did.
So it was a good speech, Joe. You should have stayed awake and watched it. I don't see how anybody, even your radical Democrats, could have a problem with it. Unbelievable.
Oh, let me see. Oh, 2 minutes. Family? 2 minutes. One minute. 1 minute and counting. Everybody get ready. I would say what I noticed about that. He doesn't pull it out of his diaper. He pulls it out of his pocket. Oh, I guess 30 seconds, I would say. Maybe. Yep. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, each and every one. And now, for our soldiers that gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Oh.
gunshots ring out, another angel cries. Open up the gates when he arrives. As he fell to the ground, there was no fear in his eyes. They'll bury him before they bury his bride.
Yeah, this is for my people that are.
Rest in peace, soldiers. Thank you for your service. You are never forgotten. And then we got our Americans that their lives got stolen by the illegals, and the number keeps rising each day. And I'm still looking and waiting for the White House to release an update. They still have it, but we know there's many more than this.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? Yeah, 'cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. So tell me, what do you do up in heaven? Are your days filled with love and light? Is there music? Is there art and invention? Tell me, are you happy? Are you more alive? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. Since you've arrived.
Rest in peace, angels. Praying that God comforts their families and loved ones that's missing them. I couldn't imagine. senseless. It would have never happened. All right. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I didn't get no answer back on my message, so I don't think it would hurt to share this. But someone sent me this, and it's on Numbers, because it kind of, I listened to the little video. That's what I was going to show y'all, the video that's on it. And it helped me understand numbers. Since we're getting ready to do the quiz of numbers, I went with the 20 question instead of 25 because there was questions like last night, and I really didn't understand that book too well. But this helped me. So let me grab it and show you the video. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. It's the book of Numbers. It's not that long. It's real short, but it helped me understand it. Chris, this would probably help you too, because it helped me. So let me go ahead and start it. Still haven't got no message. It's okay.
This fourth book of the Bible carries forward the story of Israel after their exodus from slavery in Egypt. God had brought them to Mount Sinai, and he entered into a covenant with them there. And despite Israel's rebellion, God had graciously provided a way for Israel to live near his holy presence in the tabernacle. So the book of Numbers begins as Israel wraps up their 1-year stay at Mount Sinai, and they head out into the wilderness on their way to the land that God promised Abraham. Now, the book's storyline is designed according to the stages of their journey. So the first section begins at Mount Sinai, but then they set out and travel to the wilderness of Paran. And then from there, they travel to the plains of Moab, which is right across from the Promised Land. Now, the first part opens with a census where the people are numbered. That's where the book gets its name. And then there are laws about how the tribes of Israel were to be arranged in their camp. So the tabernacle was to be at the center, and then around that, the priests and the Levites, and then around them, the 12 tribes neatly arranged with Judah at their head. Now, this was all an elaborate symbol about how God's holy presence was at the center of their existence as a people. This is all followed by a whole series of laws that develop the purity laws from the book of Leviticus. If God's presence was going to be in their midst, every effort should be made to make the camp pure, a place that welcomes God's holiness. In chapter 10, the cloud of God's presence lifts from the tabernacle and guides Israel away from Sinai out into the wilderness, and immediately things go terribly wrong. So in chapter 11, the people start complaining about their hunger and thirst and how they want to go back to Egypt. And then in chapter 12, Moses' own brother and sister begin opposing and bad-mouthing him in front of all of the people. This trip is not off to a good start. The next section begins as the Israelites arrive in the desert of Paran, about halfway to the Promised Land. And God tells Moses to send out the 12 spies, one for each tribe, so they can scout out the Promised Land. So when the spies all return, 10 of them say that there is no chance Israel can survive there because the Canaanites will destroy them. But there are 2 spies, Caleb and Joshua, who say that God can save them. But the 10 whip up the people into a fearful rage, and they start planning a mutiny. They're going to appoint a new leader and head back to Egypt. So God is understandably angry, and Moses intercedes on the people's behalf. He calls God to be faithful to his promises to Abraham. And so God does, but not at the expense of his justice. He gives these Israelites what they want, to not enter the land. And God sentences this generation to wander in the wilderness for 40 years until they die. Only their children will get to enter the promised land. Now, you'd think this severe consequence would wake them up, but it gets even worse. So in the next story, there's a whole group of Levites that begin a rebellion, and they challenge Moses and Aaron's leadership, saying that they have gone way too far. So God deals severely with these Levites, and he renews his commitment to Moses and Aaron as Israel's leaders. Now, as they leave the region of Paran and hit the road, it goes downhill yet again. The Israelites start complaining again about their thirst, and they ask why Moses even brought them out of Egypt in the first place. So God tells Moses to speak to a rock to bring out water for all of the people. But Moses doesn't really do this. He oversteps his bounds. He hits the rock twice and then says, "You rebels, do we have to bring water out of this rock?" So Moses dishonors God by putting himself in God's place as the one who brings out the water. And so Moses brings down on himself the same fate as the wilderness generation. He too will die in the desert and never get to enter the promised land. After this, the Israelites rebel yet again, and God brings a very strange judgment on them, venomous snakes to come and bite the people. And so Moses again intercedes on behalf of the people. And God tells Moses to do this, to make a bronze snake and to lift it up on a pole, so that whoever looks at this snake would be healed of the poisonous snake bite. It's a very strange symbol, but it speaks to the challenge that God has by being faithful to his covenant. He's right to bring justice on the Israelites' evil and sin. But even God's justice gets transformed into a source of life for those who will look to God for healing. From here, the people head into the plains of Moab, and the first main part of the section focuses on the strange figure of Balaam. So the king of Moab is freaked out at this huge group of people traveling through his territory. So he hires a pagan sorcerer, Balaam, to pronounce curses on Israel. And 3 different times, Balaam finds that he cannot curse them. He can utter only blessing upon Israel. Remember God's promise to Abraham from Genesis 12. So not only can Balaam not curse Israel, but God actually gives him a vision about a future Israelite king who will one day bring God's justice to all of the nations. This vision recalls Jacob's promise to Judah in Genesis chapter 49. Now, it's worth stopping to reflect on the flow of the book so far. The rebellion stories in the wilderness, they just heap up on one another, getting worse and worse. And while God does bring partial acts of judgment on Israel, he's also kept showing mercy, providing food and water along the way. And so the Balaam story, it shows God's grace in bright colors. Because here's Israel. They're down in the camp, grumbling and rebelling. But up in the hills, unbeknownst to them, God is protecting and even blessing them. And it's this contrast between Israel's rebellion and God's faithfulness in the wilderness. That's what made these stories so important for later generations of Israel. So the wilderness stories are retold time and again by later biblical prophets and poets, and even by the apostles in the New Testament. And these stories always serve as a warning that while God will remain faithful to his covenant promises, he will also allow his people to walk away in rebellion and face the consequences. After this, the rest of the book focuses on the children of the wilderness generation, and they begin preparing to inherit the promised land. They take another census of the new generation, then they go on and win a number of battles with the people groups around them, and then a few tribes even begin to settle in the promised land. So the book ends with the new generation poised to enter into the land, and Moses is about to deliver his final words of wisdom and warning. But for now, that's what the book of Numbers is all about.
See, that broke it down. See, something like that, I can understand. It broke it down good. Did y'all like it? I did too, Chris. It broke it down in pieces instead of throwing it all at you at one time. I like that. So now I know what I'm talking about when these questions come. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready to blow these out of the water now? Bitbat shared that with me, and I thought I would share it with y'all, and he didn't have a problem with it. So, because last night that Bible book just threw me for the loop. And I was like, well, Numbers sounds kind of like the last one. And then I seen that, and it made it make sense to me. So, let me grab the trivia real fast. Hey, Jay Keeps, good to see ya. Love ya. Okay. Okay. Let me grab it real fast. We're going to do the 20 questions instead of 25. Okay. Got that one. No. Okay. Y'all ready for question number 1? It may be just me because Bitbot's having storms or was having storms, so his internet might not be. Well, speaking of, I would say speaking of the devil, but
Yeah. Storms are
speaking
gone.
of, oh, okay, good, glad. Okay, let me get ready and start.
No, actually, I think some of those videos they have that are just general videos too, you could show during your stream.
Okay.
It doesn't even need to be tied to a book, you know. But
Yeah, but that really helped me. I was like, this makes sense now.
yeah, good.
Because it's talking about at the first part of it where the camp had to be clean and everything, and that went along with the last nights where they had all them rituals and things to keep clean. So, okay. Here we go, Chris. He said, bring it on.
Share this video with them too. Let's make this fun. Drop your answers in the comments as we go along and see if you can get them all right. Are you up for the challenge? Let's get started and see just how well you know the Bible.
Question 1. What was the purpose of sending 12 spies into the land of Canaan? A. To conquer the land. B. To take its resources. C. To gather information and report back. D. To drive out the inhabitants.
How come okay, there we go.
Okay. I think I'm going with C. We got Chris with C, Gator Girl with C, Tracy with C, Cindy with C, Darlene with C. D with C.
All three of us, Jay Keeps, Susan and I all are C on Rumble.
Yay. Everybody's got the sing. Here we go.
The correct answer is C. To gather information and report back. Moses sent 12 spies, one from each tribe, to scout out Canaan and bring back a report on the land and its inhabitants, Numbers 13:1-2. This mission tested Israel's faith in God's promise, as he had already declared the land would be theirs. However, 10 of the spies reported fearfully, causing doubt among the people. Their lack of faith led to Israel's punishment of wandering for 40 years. The story illustrates the importance of trust in God's guidance and the consequences of disobedience. It challenges us to hold faith even when circumstances seem overwhelming. Question 2. Why did God punish Miriam with leprosy after she spoke against Moses? A. She disobeyed God. B. She tried to take leadership. C. She criticized Moses for his Cushite wife. D. She broke the Sabbath.
Well,
I know this one because I didn't think it happened back then, but then I was like, yeah, it did. Gator Girl says A, Chris says A, D says A, and I'm going with C. She
really?
didn't like his wife. Yeah, she didn't like it. His wife.
Okay.
From my understanding now.
Okay, Jay Keeps went with D. I was going with B because from that little brief we watched, that she was criticizing Moses and saying who put him in charge. So I'm going to go with B. Susan is taking B.
Okay.
And Jay Keeps, you didn't see the little previews, so I'll share the link with you later, but there's a little preview video we watched of the chapter of Numbers, so we had an idea, kind of an overhead brief. But I'll get that link to you later. All right, go
Gator
ahead.
Girl says A, Chris says A, D says A, Darlene says A, Tracy says A, and Cindy says A. Well, I'm sticking with my C because I know I seen it.
Yeah, and I'm going to
So
stick
here
with
we
my
go.
D.
Here we go.
The correct answer is C.
There
She
you go.
criticized Moses for his Cushite wife.
Good going.
Explanation: Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses regarding his marriage to a Cushite woman, and they questioned his unique relationship with God. Numbers 12:1-10.
Did I miss that in the
God
review?
punished Miriam with leprosy,
It didn't show it in the
demonstrating that
review.
questioning his chosen leaders was serious.
I've been
This
when I
incident
found out
underscored
on
the sanctity
Nick's
of
book,
God's
I
appointed
read some
authority
on
and the
it.
consequences of envy and pride. God used Miriam's condition to remind Israel of the dangers of speaking against his chosen servants. Aaron's intercession on her behalf highlights the value of repentance and forgiveness. This story warns against harboring pride and prejudice. Question 3. What was the significance of the bronze serpent God commanded Moses to make?
Oh, we all know this now.
A. It healed the people from snake bites.
Yep.
B. It symbolized fertility. C. It was a reminder of their sins. D. It brought judgment.
What happened here?
I think A.
Right.
C. Chris says C. Gator Girl says A. Cindy says A. Tracy says A. D says A. And Darlene says A.
Susan said A, Jay Keeps says A, and I'm going to take A.
Okay, the answer is
My
The
short-term
correct
cramming for
answer
a quiz.
is A. It healed the people from snake bites. When the Israelites spoke against God and Moses, he sent venomous snakes as a punishment. But when they repented, God commanded Moses to make a bronze serpent on a pole. Those who looked at it would be healed. Numbers 21:6-9. This act symbolized God's mercy and faith in his deliverance. It later foreshadowed Jesus' crucifixion, as Jesus mentioned that he, like the serpent, would be lifted up for humanity's healing, John 3:14-15. The bronze serpent became a sign of repentance, faith, and divine healing. It encourages us to look to God for deliverance from our afflictions. Question 4.
Wait, before I go to the next one, I got a question. Wonder if that's where some of these churches, I mean, I don't believe in it. I mean, somebody in chat might believe in it, but I wonder, they might even know the answer. But is that where these churches get handling snakes and things? I wonder if they got that from there.
Are you talking about churches that play with snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just weird.
Oh.
There's nothing in the New Testament. Jesus didn't say play with serpents, so.
I was just wondering because they. Well, you never know. Okay, here we go.
Well,
Why
yeah,
did God choose the tribe of Levi to serve in the tabernacle?
I was just going to say, again, in the New Testament, it's not mentioned, so we're not playing with snakes. Go ahead.
But I mean, if you was nothing.
Tabernacle. A. They were the most skilled tribe. B. They had shown loyalty during the golden calf incident. C. They were the largest tribe. D. They were chosen randomly.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going with, I remember reading this.
This
For some reason, I'm
if I can
thinking
get this.
B. I'm thinking B. So let me see. We got Gator Girl B, Tracy B, Chris C. DB, Darlene B, Cindy B.
Wow. All right, Jay Keeps said A. I haven't picked yet because I know they were skilled, but boy, I'm trying to think of when they were first picked. I thought they were randomly picked, but I don't know. I'm getting some wrong here, but I'm going to go with D. Question mark. Susan,
Okay.
you have everybody in? You got Cindy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cindy B. Yeah. Do y'all hear
yeah.
no? I'm sorry if y'all hear no. She's at the door whining.
You know what? No, we don't. I don't.
Okay, good.
Susan went with D.
Okay. The answer is, and I'm going with B.
Was that in the review?
No.
The correct answer is B. They
There you
had
go.
shown loyalty during the golden calf incident. The Levites were chosen for tabernacle service because they demonstrated loyalty to God by refusing to participate
talked
in the
about the
worship of the
tabernacle,
golden
but they
calf,
didn't.
Numbers 8:14-19. This act of devotion set them apart as guardians of holiness in Israel. God's choice showed that he valued obedience and integrity over position or size. The Levite service was a constant reminder to Israel of the consequences of idolatry. By entrusting the tabernacle to Levi's descendants, God reinforced the importance of purity in worship. This selection emphasized that true worship requires faithfulness. Question 5.
Interesting.
How did God show his approval of Aaron's priesthood when it was challenged? A. Fire
Now we know.
consumed Aaron's staff. B. Aaron's staff budded with blossoms and almonds. C. Aaron received a vision from God. D. Aaron's staff turned into a snake.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I don't remember this one.
All right, Jay Keeps shared that there's a passage in the New Testament that protects believers from poisons, snakes, snake bites, etc. It can be found in Luke 10:9. So yes, kind of. You don't play with snakes in church, but there is a mention of them.
Oh,
Okay, sorry for the distraction. Go ahead. What are you going to
no,
pick?
it's okay. Let me look over here. Everybody, Chris says C, Gator Girl says B, Cindy says B, Tracy says B, so Darlene says D. I'm gonna go, I guess, with the most, and this B. I'm gonna go with B, I guess.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because I can't I know I read it, but I can't remember what it was.
I know
Like I
Moses
said,
is a snake.
I
His staff turned.
retained some things, but some things just go
Yeah, I
through
know
me.
Moses' staff turned into a snake in front of Pharaoh. That was Moses. I don't know. Did you? Oh, you did give all the who did what? Chris, do you want me
Yeah.
to name them up? Okay.
Yeah.
So on our side, of Jay Keeps took A. I picked A. And Susan wasn't sure. She did a D question mark. Let's go.
Okay. The answer is
And I'll stop talking.
The correct answer is B. Aaron's staff budded with blossoms and almonds. When Aaron's priesthood was challenged by other tribes,
Wow.
God caused his staff to
There's my
miraculously
almonds.
blossom and produce almonds, proving his approval of Aaron's role, Numbers 17:8. This miracle demonstrated that God alone chose his representatives, silencing rebellion. The budding staff was a sign of divine life, blessing, and authority. God used this incident to affirm the sacredness of the priesthood and the need for humility. This event reinforced the importance of submission to God's established order. It reminds us that God equips and confirms those he calls. Question 6. What was the purpose of the Nazirite vow described in Numbers? A. To prepare for battle. B. To live a life of dedication to God. C. To offer sacrifices. D. To raise funds for the temple.
I'm going with B. To live a life of dedication to God. Chris is going with C. Gator Girl B. Tracy B. Darlene B. Cindy B.
Jay Keeps B. Susan B. I took B.
And the answer is
The correct answer is B. To live a life of dedication to God. The Nazirite vow was a voluntary commitment to separate oneself for God through acts like abstaining from wine, avoiding contact with the dead, and not cutting hair, Numbers 6:1-8. This vow allowed individuals to dedicate themselves to God's service, symbolizing holiness and devotion. The vow created a unique identity for those choosing to live closer to God. Nazirites served as a living reminder of Israel's call to be holy. This vow demonstrated that anyone, not just priests, could draw near to God through devotion. It taught Israel that dedication transcended ritual, focusing on a heart aligned with God. Question 7. What was the consequence for Moses and Aaron striking the rock to bring water instead of speaking to it? A. They lost their positions. B. They could not enter the promised land. C. They were exiled. D. They were forgiven.
This was in the clip.
Yes, it was.
B. Gator Girl B. Chris B. Cindy B. Tracy B. Darlene B.
Jay keeps B, Susan B, and I picked B.
Okay. The answer is...
The correct answer is B. They could not enter the promised land. When Moses struck the rock instead of speaking to it as God commanded, he and Aaron displayed a lack of trust in God's instructions, leading to their exclusion from the promised land, Numbers 20:12. This act reflected anger and misrepresented God's character to the people. God wanted to demonstrate his power through Moses' obedience, but this disobedience led to a profound consequence. This event highlighted that leaders are held to a high standard. It underscores the importance of complete obedience to God's word. Moses' exclusion teaches that even the faithful can face discipline. Question 8. Why did Balaam's donkey speak to him, and what did it reveal? A. To show God's displeasure with Balaam. B. To prevent Balaam from falling. C. To save Balaam from thieves. D. To guide Balaam to Israel.
It's not funny, but when I read this, I thought about Mr. Ed, the talking horse. I'm going to go with A.
Oh my goodness.
Chris says D.
Oh.
Gator Girl says A.
Right?
Cindy says A. Darlene says A.
Jakeep says A, Susan said A, I said A, and Darlene said A.
The answer is...
Did Tracy not answer?
The correct answer is A. To show God's displeasure with Balaam. When Balaam insisted on going to Moab despite God's warning, his donkey spoke to him after an angel blocked their path, Numbers 22:28-33. This miraculous event revealed God's frustration with Balaam's stubbornness and lack of obedience. The donkey's speech humiliated Balaam, showing that God could use anything, even animals, to fulfill his will. It served as a stark warning to Balaam to heed God's command. This unusual intervention teaches us about God's sovereignty and the importance of obedience. Balaam's story highlights that no one can resist God's authority. Question 9. Why were only men aged 20 and older counted in Israel's census? A. They were of military age. B. To establish their wealth. C. they were able to serve in the tabernacle. D. To build a family record.
I can't really remember this one, but if I was a betting person, I would say, because it's talking about their armies and fighting, I would go with the military age. A. Gator Girl said A. Tracy said A. Chris said A. Darlene said A. Cindy said C.
Jay Keep says D. Susan says A. I would almost agree with D, except they're only counting men. So that leads me to A. So I'm going to go with A.
Okay. The answer is. I mean, it was.
The correct answer is A.
A.
They were of military age. The census in Numbers was specifically to count men 20 and older for military purposes, as they were considered eligible for warfare, Numbers 1:3. This count was part of preparing Israel for the conquest of the Promised Land. God's promise of the land required Israel to trust Him, but also to be ready for battle. The census also reinforced community organization and accountability. This military preparation underscored Israel's responsibility to participate actively in God's plan. The census showed a nation ready to fulfill its destiny with God's guidance. Question 10. What was the purpose of the Urim and Thummim that the priests used? A. To interpret dreams.
Urine
B.
and
To
Thummim?
determine God's will.
I guess,
C.
I don't
To
know.
predict weather. D. To guide military strategy.
Oh. This is totally a guess because I have no idea. I'm going to go with to determine God's will. B. Just because it's God's.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it doesn't.
Because the other one's not saying it.
Cindy, what the
Right.
heck?
Okay, we got Chris with a B. Darlene with a B. Gator Girl with a B. Tracy with a B. And Cindy with a what the heck?
Jay Keeps picked B. Susan picked B, and I picked B as well. And Jay Keeps, I'm not sure what those two things are. I mean, I'm assuming it was some type of tool or ritual type thing, but I don't know what they were. I didn't know that they were
I
stones or
don't
not.
either. I have
Hey,
no
Party
idea.
Bonza. So we're all B on Rumble.
Okay.
Party Bonza B. Where'd you get that?
No, I didn't get that. Party Bonza B. So, hey, Party Bonza, good to see ya. Love ya. Here we go.
The correct answer is B. To determine God's will. The Urim and Thummim, kept by the high priest, were tools for discerning God's will in critical situations, Numbers 27:21.
Well, what are
When
they?
decisions or guidance were needed, these stones helped reveal divine
Stones.
direction, symbolizing reliance on
Wow.
God's wisdom. Their use indicated the sanctity of priestly roles and how God's wisdom was sought in difficult matters. This practice exemplified Israel's dependence on God's guidance rather than human judgment. Through the Urim and Thummim, Israel learned the value of seeking divine answers. It highlighted the sacred nature of decision-making in God's presence. Question 11.
Could
What
they
was the
just say
significance of the
stones?
daily offerings in the tabernacle, and why were they required twice a day? A. To ensure God's protection. B. To remind Israel of God's constant presence. C. To maintain wealth for the priests. D. To create a routine of worship.
I'm going with my thinking, and I'm going with B.
Hmm.
I could be wrong because there's another one up there, A, but I'm thinking B. Thinking. Let me see. Paribonza says B. Chris says
Jay keeps.
B. Tracy says B. Darlene says B. Katie Girl says B. Cindy says B.
Oh my
All
goodness.
B's over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Jay keeps and I are going off the reservation. We're right now. I'm waiting for Susan, but right now Jay keeps and I both are going with D. And I'm looking. She said all of the above earlier, and it's like, well, D to me covers B and A. Here I go thinking. Susan's gonna go D, so we're gonna go D on Rumble.
Alrighty.
A lot of talk for D.
We gotta divide the house here. Rumble's
We do.
with D. YouTube's with B.
The correct answer is B. To remind Israel of God's constant presence. The daily offerings, given morning and evening, were continual reminders of Israel's dependence on God and his perpetual presence among them. Numbers 28:3-8. Each offering was a symbol of atonement, creating a daily rhythm of repentance and worship. God's instruction to maintain this ritual twice daily underscored his desire to dwell closely with his people. The offerings demonstrated Israel's commitment to holiness and God's constant readiness to forgive. By establishing these offerings, God reinforced that every day begins and ends with him at the center. This constant ritual served to root Israel in spiritual discipline. Question 12. Why did the Israelites have to bring offerings from the first fruits of the land, and what did this symbolize? A. To secure a good harvest. B. To show God's ownership of the land. C. To support the priests. D. To purify the land.
Can't remember this one. But I'm going with, so far, my technique has worked. So I'm going to go with B.
I get. You know what? Yes, I'm gonna change my answer.
Okay, let's see. Chris says A. Party Bonza says B. Cindy says B. Darlene says B. Gator Girl says B. And Tracy says B.
Yeah, we all are going B after I picked A at first. I'm like, what am I thinking? No. So we're all B now.
See, Party Bonza, we're a united family. See, across the board.
The correct answer is B. To show God's ownership of the land. Bringing the first fruits as offerings symbolized Israel's acknowledgement that all they possessed ultimately belonged to God. Numbers 18:12-13. By giving the first of their harvest, the Israelites expressed their faith that God would continue to provide. This act of surrender prevented them from clinging to material wealth and reminded them that the land was God's gift. The first fruits showed gratitude for God's provision and commitment to his covenant. Offering the best portion to God also reinforced the principle of putting God first in all aspects of life. It taught Israel that true worship includes sacrifice and trust in his sustenance. Question 13. What was the purpose of the red heifer's ashes, and why were they used for purification? A. They symbolized cleansing from death's impurity. B. They healed physical ailments. C. They prevented sin from spreading. D. They protected priests from unclean spirits.
I'm going with A. Chris says A. Whoop whoop. Chris is with me. Tracy says A.
Oh boy.
Cindy says A. Darlene says A.
Oh, please stop the pressure.
Party Bonza says A.
Yeah, keep it up. What's this peer pressure stuff? I'm looking at this from, and I'll be real quick. To build the next temple, they've got to sacrifice a heifer and do the whole ash thing. And that's the only reason I'm thinking. I had to think about it for a little bit to go, yeah, it makes sense. They've got to cleanse the area before they can build the third temple. That's the only way I'm tying this to A, but the others just don't make sense. So I'm going to go with A. And Susan
Gator
took
Girl
A,
says A.
and Jay Keeps looks like she's taking C.
Okay. The answer is
Or D.
The correct answer is A. They symbolized cleansing from death's impurity. The red heifer's ashes, mixed with water, were used to cleanse anyone who had contact with death, a severe impurity in the camp of Israel, Numbers 19:1-10. This ritual acknowledged the defilement death brings and emphasized God's holiness and life-giving power. Death represented the ultimate separation from God, and the ashes symbolized a return to purity in life. This purification ritual also pointed to the seriousness of sin and the separation it causes between people and God. The red heifer sacrifice foreshadowed Christ's ultimate sacrifice, bringing complete purification from sin and death. This law taught reverence for life and reminded Israel of their call to be holy. Question 14. Why was Korah's rebellion considered so serious that God caused the earth to swallow him and his followers? A. They plotted against Moses' life. B. They tried to replace Moses as leader. C. They rejected God's chosen leadership structure. D. They desecrated the tabernacle.
I'm going with C because A and B kind of merges with C.
I listened to you describe that, but I was going with C as you were describing it. I'm taking C. But yes.
Let's see. Chris says B. Cindy says Gator Girl says C. Tracy says C. Party Bonza says C. Cindy says C. And Darlene says C.
AJ Keeps says C. Susan said C. And I'm going to take C as well.
Here we go.
The correct answer is C. They rejected God's chosen leadership structure. Korah's rebellion was an outright challenge to God's authority, as he questioned Moses and Aaron's leadership roles, Numbers 16:1-35. Korah's insurrection aimed to undermine God's order and led others to question his chosen leaders. By causing the earth to swallow them, God made it clear that defying his ordained leaders was tantamount to defying him. This severe punishment reinforced that God's governance was not subject to human preference. Korah's fate served as a warning against pride, envy, and rebellion. This event teaches respect for God's authority and the dangers of challenging his divine structure. Question 15. What is the significance of the instruction to give the Levites the tithe as their inheritance? A. To ensure they focused solely on God's work. B. To prevent inequality among the tribes. C. To encourage generosity among the people. D. To eliminate wealth disparity.
Let me ponder on this a second.
Yeah, right. I'm going with A.
A, that's what I was thinking, because it says on God's work, solely on God's work.
I mean, that's basically the tabernacle was their responsibility. So,
Yeah. Okay, we got Chris C, Darlene A, Party Bones A, Tracy A. Gator Girl A and Cindy A.
Jay keeps A, Susan A, and I picked A as well.
Okay, the answer is
The correct answer is A. To ensure they focused solely on God's work. The Levites, who had no land inheritance, received the tithe as a portion dedicated to God, allowing them to devote themselves fully to spiritual service. Numbers 18:21-24. This arrangement highlighted that their calling was to serve God and lead Israel in worship, rather than accumulate land. By providing for the Levites through tithes, God demonstrated his care for those who serve him. This structure reminded Israel that their resources were ultimately under God's control. It also taught that supporting spiritual leadership was a shared responsibility. The Levites' role as spiritual guides reinforced that true wealth is found in God, not possessions.
We're at the top of the hour.
all right.
Side cities of
All right. We'll finish the last four tomorrow, and Deuteronomy is the next book that we're going to have after this one.
Whoop. And hang on a second. Are you going to show the preview before we do the test on Deuteronomy, or should I share the link?
You can share it, and I'll grab it too, in case some people don't have time to go there. I'll grab it too.
Oh, that's the Old Testament, right? I'm kidding.
Listen at you, smarty.
All right. I'll disconnect.
All
Good
right.
night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love you. Alrighty, everyone. I hope y'all enjoyed it so far with that little video at the beginning to kind of give you an idea, because if you're anything like me, sad to say, but I don't read too well. I listen better. So, but thank each and every one of y'all for coming and supporting me. And I will see y'all tomorrow night. Remember the ones we mentioned earlier. T and Betty and Steve, D Goldie and Dee's dad, Teacup, Bonnie, both Cindy's, Santa, Jared and Julius, Chris and Carrie, and Gator Girl, and Tina B, and my dad. And all of our chat family. And if God places a name on your heart or on your mind, stop and pray, because you never know what they're going through. God does, but we may not. And God answers prayers. So I love each and every one of y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. Love y'all. Good night.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking just straight, one outside I say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town, sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find